Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Utility Sports. We've got huge news to be talking about today, and of course, that is wide receiver Tyreek Hill from the Kansas City Chiefs. I just want to welcome everyone into the stream. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you all in here. We're going to be covering the Tyreek Hill trade saga and everything that unfolds from it here. I was actually in the middle of recording an NBA mock draft while the news broke, so I didn't get a video quite out on the initial news, but we are going to be doing a live stream here talking about the potential landing spots. And of course, those are two teams here. My New York Jets, as you can see, I got my Zach Wilson jersey here right behind me. I had to rep for the Jets today because today is a huge day for my franchise potentially. Then also the Miami Dolphins, so two AFC East suitors, which is very interesting. We'll talk about that and more here on the channel today. Very excited. Huge day today in the NFL. The fact that Tyreek Hill has hit the market is absolutely insane. You're looking at a 6-time Pro Bowler, a 3-time All-Pro, and someone who has, at this point of his career, pretty much done everything you could expect from a star. You know, has 6 rushing touchdowns in his career, has 56 receiving touchdowns, nearly 7,000 receiving yards. So pretty much one of the most complete players you could see going into the trade market. It's going to be huge here. ABS Gaming TV says he's going to the Jets. We have better picks to work with than the Dolphins per sources. Well, hopefully, as a Jets fan, I am hoping. Welcome to the stream, ABS. Glad to have you in here. Emmanuel Corker, welcome to the stream as well. He says as long as the Jets don't move their 4th pick this year, they'll be good. That's what we're going to talk about here and more, what the actual compensation could be. And up to this point, similar to the Deshaun Watson trade, it sounds like the Chiefs have agreed to 2 different deals. So now it comes down to where Tyreek Hill really wants to play. The Atlanta analyst says, agreed. Hello, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to the stream. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying. If you're new to Utility Sports, make sure to also hit that like button on today's stream and subscribe if you're new. I'm going to go ahead and share this to Twitter right now. I'm going to get the stream to Twitter. Hopefully, we can get some more awesome, lovely people in here. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. You guys know the drill right now. Share it with your friends as well. Tyreek Hill, trade drama looming. And, you know, with me talking about our Twitter here, now is a good time to shout us out on there as well. In the description, I got our TikTok and our Twitter links. If you guys want to go give us a follow on either or both of those platforms, that would be really, really appreciated. I'm putting this out on Twitter right now. Tyreek Hill trade incoming, and I'm sharing the live stream link. So hopefully you guys are all excited for this massive, crazy day in the NFL. Let's go here to the Atlanta analyst. My offer is a 2nd-round pick, 3rd-round pick, 4th-round pick, and a 2024 2nd-round pick for Hill. If you all can keep 4-10 and get Tyreek, Jets are back in playoff contention. I think that it's going to require at least pick 10. I would be shocked if the Chiefs accept something that does not have a 1st-round pick in it. Miami Heat highlight says, yo, and I'm only guessing that you hope he gets traded to Miami here. Wouldn't be surprised if you're a Miami Dolphins fan after seeing that Heat logo. If you are new to the channel as well, I do have an NBA mock draft that literally just came out 8 minutes ago. I was literally recording that this morning as the news on Tyreek Hill broke, so I couldn't stop my video there, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have had more news on the Tyreek Hill trade saga, but here we are with the live stream, so make sure you guys go check out my NBA mock draft after this live stream. Braden says, I hope Hill gets traded to the Dolphins. Interesting. So Packers fan cheering for Miami to go get Tyreek Hill. The one thing I'll say, Tyreek Hill would look absolutely awesome in some Dolphins blue, that's for sure. So as a Jets fan myself, I do not want to see Tyreek Hill get traded to the Dolphins. I would love to see him play for the Jets, but it's a possibility. You know, I can't rule anything out at this point. So I guess we'll see. One of the drippiest players in all of football, Tyreek Hill, out on the trade market right now. Atlanta analyst says, okay, I'm sorry I had to play that off. That was me, Emmanuel, on my other account. Okay, gotcha. So, funny. Glad to have you in here anyway, Atlanta analyst. Caden says, I think he's going to the Dolphins. Very possible. Stephen McCoy says, what? I know. It's crazy. It's crazy what we got going on today. But that's right. As you can see on the bottom ticker, we are talking about Tyreek Hill trade rumors. All of a sudden, Chiefs may be blowing up the franchise. We'll talk about that and more in today's live stream. Absolutely crazy. I'm hoping to stay live as long as it takes for him to make a decision. We'll see if it takes him, I don't know, 8 years to make that decision, though. And then here, Stephen McCoy says, Tua will get Hill killed over the middle, IMO. Possibly. And we'll talk about what the pros and cons are for either situation here for Tyreek Hill. Let's go ahead and get started here with Tyreek Hill's age. He just had his age 27 season. So similar to when DeAndre Hopkins got traded, similar to when Devontae Adams got traded, the back end of the 20s seems to be, really the motivation here for a lot of wideouts to go get paid and to probably leave the team that they've been playing on. It's happened historically, and it's happening again now with Tyreek Hill. Gemini, welcome to the stream. Says, salute. Oh, wow. Why would they trade Tyreek Hill? And we're going to talk about that here, why they would trade him. So with the Tyreek Hill trade rumors, the reason why it really comes down to salary cap space situation. And this is something you had to see coming, because when you're paying Patrick Mahomes $35-45 million a year or whatever the actual cap hit is this season, I'm not fully aware of that, but I do know it's high. And when you are paying a QB that much, if you have a star wide receiver, teams are going to opt to pay the star QB over the star wideout. That's just historically how it plays out. And you can't blame a franchise for doing that. But now Tyreek Hill wants the bag. He wants the money. He says, I'm 6-time Pro Bowl, 3-time All-Pro. We win Super Bowls because I'm here. Give me my payday. And the Chiefs are like, yes, we'll give you your payday, but not probably at the full number you want. Do you want to stay here in Kansas City with Patrick Mahomes, or do you really want to get the bag? Do you want Devontae Adams type money? And Tyreek Hill probably wants and deserves the Devontae Adams type money. So if you're a team wondering, can you afford to move on from him? Are the Chiefs smart to move on from Tyreek Hill? The reality of this is probably yes, actually, which is, now this is where it gets a little iffy, and some people are going to say, wait, what? You think so? Yes, because if they can get a first-round pick this year and replace him with a different wide receiver in the draft who's way cheaper, it keeps their flexibility open. They can go out, improve their roster in different areas. I've got questions about the cornerback room, but let's say they go into trade discussions here and get pick 10 from the Jets. They could possibly get the best wide receiver in the draft this year, which is either Garrett Wilson, Treylon Burks, whoever they prefer. They could draft 10th overall, and you get maybe not the same player Tyreek Hill is. Well, definitely not the same player Tyreek Hill is, but you get another really good wide receiver. And you have Patrick Mahomes, who, let's be honest, is going to make all these wide receivers look better than they are anyway. He's done that so far. Like Byron Pringle's gotten contracts, and, all these guys who are okay end up playing fairly well. Demarcus Robinson, another example where, he's probably not a wide receiver 2 or 3, but has looked that way at certain points. And then Mecole Hardman can probably step into some of that Tyreek Hill role. Can't do all the same things, but he's got that nice speed. He can run the field. Trading him obviously doesn't make sense because he's great and they're ready to compete, and that division just got way tougher. But at the same time, it does open up money. It lets you get better in other areas. And then you also bring in draft assets, which is going to be huge for this team to really improve their franchise. So at the end of the day, you can't go wrong with it if you're Kansas City here. And Light Analyst says, if it's his choice, it's either the cold or a nice Miami Beach, LOL. True, but at the same point, it's either the Dolphins, who aren't a historic brand, or the Jets, who are more so of a historic brand. I don't think they're a great brand, but they are more marketable. So it depends. If he's looking to maybe increase his Instagram followers, there's a reality that maybe New York is the better choice for him. And Instagram followers, I know you guys probably laugh at that, but that's a pretty big deal. We keep going for subscribers here at Utility Sports. These athletes, if they can bulk up a ton of followers throughout their playing career, it does set them up for the rest of their life. Obviously, they're playing on huge contracts right now. Like, money-wise, they're set. But even in case they have some bad spending habits or whatever, having a ton of followers gives you a lot of brand deals, gives you a lot of extra money after your career. So, going to New York does make a lot of sense as well. Braden says, you think the Chiefs signed Odell Beckham Jr.? Maybe. That's not a bad shout. I think the more realistic outcome here is they draft a couple wide receivers. They do have their own pick in the first round, which I believe is pick 30. And then they also have probably the Jets pick at pick 10, or the Dolphins pick, which is pick 28, I believe. So they're going to have some good assets to play with here. If you're the Chiefs, you're going to have ways to draft good wide receivers in the NFL. Caden says, let's see if Tyreek pulls a Deshaun and takes 5 days. Possibly. And if he does, I'm going to be so upset about it again. Jordan here wants to know, what would the Dolphins give up for Hill? John also wants to know. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream up to this point. Let's get to these questions here. These great questions from Jordan and John. Again, thank you so much for being in the stream today, guys. So let's talk about what the Dolphins would give up for Tyreek Hill. They would have to give up their first-round pick for sure, and then they would maybe give up their second-rounder. So let's go up and Miami Dolphins draft pick. Let's pull those up on the stream here for you guys so you can see exactly what I'm looking at. I'm also trying to keep my eyes here on exactly what's going on with Tyreek Hill. I'm going to stop that share, and I'm going to share this. Let's go ahead and get the Dolphins here pulled up for what draft picks they actually have at this point. So here we are, and let's go right here. So let's see what future picks they have, because I want to make sure I am perfectly addressing this. So of course they have the 49ers pick this year, which is like pick 28. Unfortunately, they don't have their own, which is, I believe, pick 19, or actually pick 16. They have their round 2 pick. Round 3, they have this pick here, which is a comp pick. They do not have their own third rounder. Then they have 2 round 4 selections, their own and Pittsburgh's, which is interesting. Wow, they did a good job with that Loudermilk trade last year in the draft. Pretty good one for them to pull out a 4th rounder in that deal. They have round 5. They don't have their own round 6, and they don't have their round 7, but they do have the Texans round 7 and the Titans round 7. So probably, realistically, what it's going to take here for the Dolphins, I'm going to put this in here, probably Dolphins would offer 2022 first and a 2023 second and a 2022 fifth is what I would guess. So slightly less compensation than what the Packers got for Devontae Adams, I would guess. Where the Packers, got a 2022 first and 2022 second. So this has slightly lesser value because you have to wait the extra year for that second round pick. But you do get the 2022 fifth in that deal. Seahawks agreed to terms with cornerback Justin Coleman. Not a huge move here. And then Breezy says, how would Waddle and Tyreek work? Well, think about this. You have 2 extremely fast wide receivers. Instead of asking how they would work, ask what team could cover those 2. I think that's the better question here. Tyreek Hill, I know a lot of people talk about his speed, and obviously that's his greatest strength. Let's be honest about that. That's really why he's so deadly. That's what, makes him so special. But from where he was as a rookie, second year, third year player to where he is now, they're completely different players. He is a completely different guy than he was 4 or 5 years ago. And by that, what I mean here, he creates great separation with his footwork now. He is a phenomenal route runner. He has really immensely progressed in his ability to run the full route tree. He's not, that's the difference between him and Mecole Hardman. Hardman's extremely fast as well, but Tyreek Hill just runs better routes. He's a little bit sharper, a little bit more concise, better footwork, sets up defensive backs better. And Jalen Waddle already has some of those assets to him as well. I don't know if there's 2 cornerbacks on a single team that could cover these guys. Like, you just can't. There would be way too much speed. So I know there's like a question about, do they step on each other's toes? Do they do a little bit of the same thing, work out of the slots, kind of give you all the gimmick gadget action? Yes, they do. But at the same time, and we do have a deal. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. And the compensation's even more than what I thought. Not by much though. But it is slightly more. So I'm going to actually share that now. The deal is actually done. So let's go ahead and pull it up on Twitter here now. Wow. We have a deal done. We do have a deal done indeed. Oh my gosh. So the trade is agreed upon. And here it is. Hopefully you guys can see. And unfortunately, my Jets are not the ones getting him. So this is a bummer. Here it is up on stream now for you guys. Huge trade. Chiefs are trading 6-time Pro Bowl wide receiver Tyreek Hill to the Miami Dolphins for 5 draft picks, a 2022 first, a 2022 second, number 50, a 4th round pick, as well as 4th and 6th round picks in the 2023 draft. So he actually netted much more than Devontae Adams. And I'm sure there's going to be a big deal coming with this. This is huge. This is a massive, massive trade here in the NFL. I cannot believe it. It just went down. And Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill are going to be so dangerous. They got to be the fastest wide receiver duo in NFL history. This is absolutely huge. I'm updating my thumbnail right now as we speak because I want to make sure this is up to date. Let me go grade this trade right now. Give me a grade like this. So I want to see Chiefs. I want you to see Chiefs with a letter grade, and then I want to see Dolphins with a letter grade. So I'm going to put this in for now. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm looking for so I can see exactly what you guys mean. But I want to see this right here from you. Put Chiefs with a letter grade and then put Dolphins with a letter grade. I want to see your guys' thoughts on this deal. As done right now, again, welcome everyone to the live stream. Absolutely crazy. The Chiefs are trading Tyreek Hill to the Miami Dolphins. Go ahead, put your grades in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and update the stream right now with the actual news that Tyreek Hill has been traded to the Miami Dolphins, which is huge. Wow. I can't believe it. I can't believe it got done this fast. Chiefs trade wide receiver Tyreek Hill to the Miami Dolphins. Absolutely insane here. So deal is done. Absolutely crazy stuff that we are seeing here live. Glad to have you guys all with me here too for this awesome Tyreek Hill trade drama. Everything going on and more. Absolutely crazy. Give me your grades in the comment section below. Steven here says, considering Chiefs get 2 more picks in top 50, right? They get 2 top 50 picks here in this deal, which is huge. Again, hopefully everyone is enjoying this live stream. Absolutely crazy to me what we do see going down right now as we currently speak. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. Also, ask me your questions, my thoughts on this. I'm going to give them to you in just a second here. I'm going to go share this link again onto Twitter to make sure everyone can stop in and get a good look at what we got going on here, because it's huge day in the NFL right now as 6-time Pro Bowl wide receiver, 3-time All-Pro wide receiver Tyreek Hill has been traded to the Miami Dolphins. Absolutely insane. Again, give me your grades. Comment them down below. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on everything going down and more in this move, because Tyreek Hill traded and Mahomes' #1 wide receiver is no longer in Kansas City. So definitely a lot to talk about and break down in this deal, but Miami gets a lot better. That's the one thing I think everyone can admit here. Miami gets way better. So this is huge. The Dolphins get a really good player here, which is, I think, the most important thing to talk about. I just can't believe it. Dolphins get wide receiver Tyreek Hill. So huge here for the Dolphins, and also huge compensation here for the Kansas City Chiefs. And here it is. Question here: why are the Chiefs doing this? First of all, it comes down to salary cap space. When you have a big-time wide receiver like Tyreek Hill who wants to get the bag, you might not be able to afford it. The two sides had contract talks. He wanted a massive extension. The Chiefs didn't feel like they could give it to him. They probably wanted to. They just didn't feel like they could, specifically with how much money he would require as one of the best receivers in all of football. And they ended up trading him. So he got moved, and they got really good assets for him here in this deal. This is a massive trade. I mean, just absolutely huge how many assets are getting moved here in this one. It's just like, it's an insane amount of assets. This is huge. So trade talks surrounding Tyreek Hill had been heating up since contract talks stalled late last week. Now he's headed to the Dolphins for a massive haul, with the Chiefs receiving Miami's 1st, 2nd, and 4th round picks this year, plus a 4th and 6th in 2023. So again, like I said, huge trade. The Chiefs got really good value here for him. That's for sure. You can't deny that. They got really good value You have to wonder what the Jets offered. Probably pick 10, I would guess, at least. So definitely crazy that nothing ended up getting done between the New York Jets and Kansas City Chiefs, and Tyreek Hill ultimately chose to go to Miami. So maybe it was all about that weather, like the Atlanta analyst commented earlier. Perhaps that was the deciding factor, which is huge. Tyreek Hill is a Miami Dolphin now, so that's absolutely insane to me. But really, really nice for that team, for that franchise. They get a huge player, and wow. Okay, and this is why. Let's go ahead and go back to Schefter, and back to why the Chiefs did this. This is really the telltale sign here. This is what everyone needs to keep in consideration here. Not only did they get a ton of assets, but this is why. Dolphins are giving their new wide receiver Tyreek Hill a 4-year, $120 million extension, including $72 million guaranteed. So $30 million a year for the next 4 years. So, $30 million a year starting after this next season. So you're looking at massive, massive money. This is the new highest contract. This is the most money per year. Davante Adams is making about 28.5, and Tyreek Hill gets 30. So I think the interesting thing here with this is the Raiders got Davante Adams for less assets. They also were able to get Davante Adams for a cheaper price. Tyreek Hill goes for slightly more money per year, but also many more assets, which is interesting. So it looks like the league maybe value Tyreek Hill a little bit more than Davante Adams, which is interesting. Gemini says, I don't like it for the Dolphins. I think you do a move like this when you're close to a Super Bowl, but they're definitely better. They are definitely better for sure. The Dolphins are extremely talented now with Tyreek Hill there, and I think Jalen Waddle's really ready to take another step forward. Mischief Mike says, Bills got Josh Allen, so it makes no difference. Sounds like a Bills fan thing to say, but definitely possible. Marty Moose says, Chiefs got same compensation as Packers did for Davante. It actually got better because the Packers got 2 picks total, first and second rounders. The Chiefs got 5 picks, a first, second, fourth, and sixth. So definitely better assets in return, but similar package styles. Miami Heat highlight says, let's go Heat, JK Dolphins. Nice. I love that here. Dolphins fans, you got to be excited. Leave a like on today's stream if you are. And again, give me a grade here. I'm going to give my official grade now on this deal. I'm going to give the Chiefs this grade, and I'm going to give the Dolphins this trade right here. Or this grade right here. So here it is. Now I give the Chiefs an A, and I give the Miami Dolphins an A-. So the reasoning here as to why I'm giving them these grades, we'll break that down and more. Welcome everyone to the live stream. Make sure to give me your grades in this style. Chiefs with their letter grade, and then Dolphins with the letter grade there. For me, I'm giving the Chiefs an A and the Dolphins an A-. The reason I'm giving the Chiefs an A here is you still have Patrick Mahomes, and you got maybe the best compensation in history of the NFL for a wide receiver. So you're looking at a really good move. You have some draft flexibility now. They have picks 29 and 30. They can make some stuff happen. The reason I'm giving the Dolphins an A- here is even though you gave up a ton for Tyreek Hill, you are getting Tyreek Hill. Okay, like plain and simple, you're getting a guy who has 6,600 career yards, has been an absolute monster the last few years. Last year had 159 targets and 111 catches, which was a record for him, 111 catches. Only one season above 100 catches, but it's good that it was last season. 56 career touchdowns. And since Patrick Mahomes became the guy, I mean, he has made massive strides. And Tyreek Hill is really, really talented. So, like Braden's saying here, Hill and Waddle are going to be a fun duo. Those two guys are going to be insane. Okay, those two guys are going to be so good together. It's going to be mental how good that those two guys are together. Like it's going to be ridiculous. I am changing the chat here to subscribers only mode, by the way, and I'm actually going to put slow mode on as well. So just a little quick update on the stream. But Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle in the same wide receiver room should be illegal, honestly. With how much speed that those two guys have, that should not That should not at all be allowed or legal. So absolutely huge here. Stephen McCoy here, a little bit harsher on the Dolphins, says C- grade for them. And I understand partially why he's giving them that grade, because maybe they're not ready to win a Super Bowl. But what they are is really, really good on offense now. And that's really where they were having issues. They signed Teron Armstead and they add Tyreek Hill in back-to-back days. They have Teddy Bridgewater. They have Tua Tagovailoa. So we don't for sure know who the starting quarterback is next year. My guess is it's going to be Tua, but Teddy's going to compete for that job. And, they got one of the best receivers in football. Let's be honest. And they got one of the best tackles in football yesterday. They added a phenomenal tackle. They added a phenomenal wide receiver. And those were the two issues on this team. So, imagine they don't make this trade, okay? And imagine they don't sign Teron Armstead. They were probably going to use a first-round pick on the tackle and a second-round pick on a wide receiver. They are now instead using those assets on Teron Armstead and Tyreek Hill, essentially. Sounds pretty good to me. They got two Pro Bowl level players at their two most needed positions. And I know Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle do some of the same stuff, but who's going to cover them? Okay. The Jets don't have anyone who can cover either of them. The Patriots lost J.C. Jackson. I don't know who they're planning on using to cover either of them. And then you look at, in division Buffalo, they lost Levi Wallace, Tre'Davious White coming back from a torn ACL. Do the Bills have anyone that can consistently cover these two guys? Because my guess is no. My guess is no, they don't. And I think that Miami got really scary in the last 24, 48 hours. They got way better. So this is going to be definitely crazy. Ben Goldner says, well, the Chiefs gave away one of the best. You can't complain about that return. And you definitely can't. That's the thing here is even though I'm blushing about how the Dolphins did, I still give the Chiefs the better grade here because they got 5 picks for a wideout. That's just insane. The new NFL, the player movement, everything's better. And we've seen it this offseason. The Rams have kind of emboldened teams here to say, okay, we can actually go out and make huge moves. We can go get the guys we want. We can go make big trades. We can give up picks. And we can bring in stars. And the Dolphins here are doing it. They're taking the risk, and they're bringing in Tyreek Hill. March has been insane for sports. I mean, the NFL has been crazy. The NBA has been fun. NCAA has been awesome as well, like always. So, I mean, this is just nuts. Tyreek Hill to the Dolphins. I'm trying to see if I can find a jersey edit of him. So we'll see if we can get a Tyreek Hill Dolphins jersey edit. I'm still waiting for it here. So hopefully someone comes out with it quickly. But absolutely crazy. Tyreek Hill to the Dolphins. And I wonder right now if he's in the Chiefs facility throwing up the deuces. That's really my question right now. But like Ben said here, you just can't complain about that return if you're Kansas City. Joker Hope says, LOL. Laughing about the Chiefs, obviously. He's a big Chargers fan. Chiefs, don't worry, though. They got really good assets in this. And if they draft at all well, they could come back next year still dangerous without Tyreek Hill. So, you guys got your Tyreek Hill stopper in J.C. Jackson, but you might not even need him. Braden says, Dolphins get an A, Chiefs get a B there, so a little bit lower on the Chiefs grade. Braden says, Dolphins also got Teron Armstead to help the O-line. Yep, right. Breezy says, trade not bad, IMO. They still got both first next year. So true. The Dolphins still have their first next year. Even though they traded their first this year, it was in the 20s. So it's not terrible. Right, Robert. This is insane. This is like massively crazy trade value package. Like, oh my goodness, I just could never imagine that. For anyone who doesn't know, Robert's been an awesome subscriber here. Actually won one of our jersey giveaways. So super glad to have him in the stream. Mike here says, in honor of this trade, I will open a can of tuna. Awesome. So for the Dolphins here, opening a can of tuna. Love that. Braden says Chiefs can draft a receiver in the first round. Right, exactly. And there's some good ones out there. This gives them a lot of flexibility. They have 2 firsts. They've got 2 seconds. They were able to bring in a 4th. They were able to bring in a 4th and 6th next year as well. So they have a lot of assets that they could use to move around. Swift's kneecap says Dolphins are 12 wins this year. Possibly. Very well could be. They got way better in the areas they needed to. Robert says, do you think Juju affected this trade at all? No, I don't think so. Juju's only on a 1-year deal. So the money he's making this year doesn't affect Kansas City and their cap space. And the thing here with the Chiefs, like you do have Juju and you have Mecole Hardman to rely on here. You do have two good wideouts, not great but good, and you have 2 first-round picks now. You have ways to move up if you want to go get a guy like Garrett Wilson, Treylon Burks, or maybe they're saying, we're confident that actually, and this is where it gets scary here. If you're a fan of other teams, watch out, because Jameson Williams, who tore his ACL in the national title game, is a burner just like Tyreek Hill. Not quite as fast, not quite as quick, but he's a burner and he's a problem when he gets the ball. And very possible they say, hey, we feel pretty confident that he might be there by pick 29. And if he is, they will run that up to the table and they will draft him, and he will become a problem in the AFC West. Justin says POV Mahomes' best wide receiver is a TikTok dancer. That's an A-tier comment. That is absolutely phenomenal. I love that comment. That's absolutely hilarious, Justin. Thank you for that. You're always bringing in the best memes there. Joker Hope says, can the QB get it to them? Yes, the QB can. Patrick Mahomes is going to deliver. And let's not forget here that they have Travis Kelce still. So, yes, you're working in new wide receivers. Juju and him have to work out chemistry. But the thing here with Mahomes is he's so good that you'd have to bet on him being able to make other guys around him better, which I think he's going to. And then also at the same time here, you have to remember Travis Kelce's the security guy. When the going really gets tough, most of the time they go to Travis Kelce. So you still have the best tight end in football, arguably. You have the best quarterback in football. I don't even think that one needs to argument. I think Mahomes is just the best QB in football. And then from there, you feel like, okay, we can find wideouts that work. We could draft one in the first round this year. They could also go into this draft and maybe say, hey, we want an edge. We want an edge rusher. Put him across from Frank Clark. Get way better with edge rushing. And that's a possibility. They could do that. They could they could go out and take 2 injured players. They could take David Ojabo, who tore his Achilles, with pick 30. And at 29, they could take Jameson Williams. They could take 2 guys who are injured, but say, hey, these 2 guys are consensus top 15 players, and we're getting them in the back end of the first round. Let's take them now. Let's rehab them for a year. We're going to be good enough. We're going to be able to compete this year. AFC West looking scary anyway. But, let's bring these guys in, and we're confident that down the road, these 2 guys could help us. That could be absolutely insane if they're able to bring in Ojabo and Jameson Williams. Ian Farr wants to know, how did Kansas City not get 2 firsts? That's a good question. First of all, it's because it's a wide receiver, which I think goes to show how crazy the Jamal Adams trade was. As a Jets fan myself, to get 2 first-round picks for a safety is insane, and the Jets are reaping the benefits of that with the 10th overall pick this year. But, wide receivers, they're just not going to commend 2 firsts. Think about, the quarterback trades we see. Russell Wilson got traded for 2 firsts. If Russell Wilson's worth 2 firsts, Tyreek Hill probably isn't, just because of the positional value. Swift's kneecap says, I'm a Dolphins fan and I'm crying. Are you crying in a good way or a bad way? Because I think you should probably be crying in a good way, because this is huge. Tyreek Hill, so good. I don't think people... Obviously, everyone knows how fast he is. Let's get that out of the way. He's the fastest player in football, probably, right? But the most important thing is how he's developed as an actual route runner, how talented he has become as someone who can actually create separation off the line of scrimmage with his footwork. And that's huge. And I think Miami here is a lot better after getting Tyreek Hill. Burger to Sports, of course, brings in the LMAO, Chiefs in shambles, Broncos #1. We'll see. I think the Chiefs are still dangerous. I'm not worried about this. I think the Chiefs are still the top team in the AFC West, which is going to be a little controversial here. I still am going to guess it. I'm still going to believe it. It's interesting here. Burger to Sports says Broncos 1, Chargers 2, Chiefs and Raiders in the dumpster. So the team that brought in Devontae Adams and Chandler Jones, you're not believing in. Interesting. I think the division's going to go Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, Broncos. But don't hate me, Burger to Sports. Don't hate me. The Broncos are great. So it's very tough. It's like 1 game separates all those teams. Swift's Kneecap says, yes, Burger, I agree. Justin Anderson says, sorry, I haven't been in free agency lately, but this is the greatest free agency. Yeah, it's insane how great this free agency class has been. Movie Bro says, if Tua does terrible, how do you think the Dolphins will do? Well, they would move to Teddy if Tua's not playing well. That wide receiver, that room is really talented now. Got Devonta Parker. You got Raheem Mostert, Cedric Wilson, Gaskins, Preston Williams, just absolutely insane. So really, really big here of what we see going on. So absolutely huge. I am looking at one thing right here. Okay, interesting. So, okay, with the Chiefs here now, you have to be wondering who they're going to draft. That's obviously the big thing. I'm going to have a Chiefs mock draft come out probably within the next 24 hours. Swift's Kneecap says, movies, bro, they signed Teddy Bridgewater, who might beat out Tua in camp and start. That's a real possibility. If Teddy looks better with these guys, they're just going to roll with him. Now, this is where the Dolphins are kind of questionable, is who's their actual quarterback? Who's it going to be? Is it Teddy? Is it Tua? And is that good enough? I mean, Burger Does Sports, as a Broncos fan, you know that Teddy's good. He's just not great. And is he going to hold back the Dolphins? Possibly. In that division, you know, Josh Allen clearly still runs the division. Let's be honest about that, too. The Bills, I mean, they got Josh Allen. They have the best quarterback. They're going to win the division. But the Dolphins, I don't think they're far behind anymore. Burger Does Sports says, a job of falling to the Broncos, sadly, plus ratio. I'm getting ratioed in my own stream. How can this be happening? Swift's Kneecap says, Tua can't throw deep to Tyreek, but Teddy can. And Tyreek Hill is my favorite, not in the Dolphins, and now he is. Well, that's awesome, Swift. I'm glad that you are happy with that. Make sure you guys are all subscribed to, all 39 of you awesome people that are watching this stream right now. Hit that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already. I'm glad. I'm happy for you, man. You get the guy that you really love to watch, and he's box office. So fun. Burger Does Sports says Raiders only because they have Josh McDirtbag at coach. I know from personal experience how he kills teams. You know, understandable, I guess. Waddle, Jasecki, Raheem, Chase Edmonds, Cedric Wilson, Tyreek Hill. That's an elite offense. Yeah, it is. You did leave out the quarterback spot, which that's really where the question mark here is, obviously. Like, you know, there's going to be questions about if Teddy or Tua can get the job done. And those are seriously good questions. I mean, the QB spot just isn't that great there in Miami. So, you know, for me, like, this offense could end up being limited by those QBs. So that's what we're going to have to see. That's really going to be the main storyline there. But it's absolutely huge. Justin Anderson says, POV Mahomes wishing that he can trade his brother for a glass of water. Funny comment again there. Very interesting. Oh, wow. 11 days ago, March 12th, Tyreek Hill tweeted, we came a long way. Thank you, Chiefs Kingdom. I'm forever indebted. Wow. So 11 days ago, he had tweeted that, and I guess nobody caught that, which is crazy. Swift's Kneecap says, as a Dolphins fan who has watched Tua for a long time, Teddy is the safer QB start. Yes, he is. I fully understand that, but at the same time, Teddy, like, neither of these guys really elevate an offense, which is why you need these elite playmakers around them, which is what they have now, which is good. You know, they have a really good collection of playmakers now, which they haven't had. And they have a tackle to protect, whether either Teddy or Tua. They have Teron Armstead, who's huge for them. But for me, like, you know, you can't be... This is tough, because if you bench Tua for Teddy, you lose all of his trade value, which maybe there's not a lot there already, but, you know, he's probably worth at least a second, maybe a low-end first to a team. So, like, if you bench him for Teddy, you lose all the value there, and you basically admit you were wrong about drafting him over Justin Herbert, which would hurt. But at the same time here with Teddy, he's been around. He's going to play safer. I completely agree. Burger the Sports says Chiefs really lost their top three receivers in the same year. Hill, Robinson, Pringle, all gone. They still have Hardman. They still have Juju. and they have Travis Kelce, who's, like, let's be honest, their best pass catcher. So even though they've lost 3 wideouts that, played pretty significant roles there in Kansas City, I think they're going to be okay. Burgida Sports says, as a Broncos fan, Tua is so much better than Teddy. If they start Teddy, I think they might start Teddy. The issue here in Denver was, first of all, Judy was out for a while this past season, which is, the Broncos' #1 wide receiver. So I think realistically, Teddy could find success in Miami if he starts. Let's go here over to Swift's kneecap again. This is Mike McDaniels and Chris Greer, our best head coach, offensive coordinator duo in NFL right now. Changed my mind. We'll see. We haven't had them coach a game together yet, so I think that might be an important factor. But, we'll see. Mike McDaniels is a really good hire for Miami, and they've gotten a lot better this offseason. Like, Teron Armstead is huge. Tyreek Hill, phenomenal addition. They gave up a lot for him, but don't get me wrong, they did well. This makes a lot of sense. Brain says, where do you think Jarvis Landry signs? I think there's 2 places that make the most sense now. Considering the Robert Woods trade to Tennessee, that kind of eats up a landing spot. Considering Tyreek Hill to Miami, that eats up a landing spot. Actually, I think there's 3 spots that make sense. The first spot would be Kansas City now. They have an opening. They have some flexibility and some cap space now. Jarvis Landry makes sense in Kansas City. You could also consider the Green Bay Packers here because they have, a little bit of money after trading Devontae Adams. They have a need there now, a really big need. And then you also have to look at a team like Cleveland, who I know Jarvis Landry just left Cleveland, but now the situation is different. Deshaun Watson's there instead of Baker Mayfield. Maybe, just maybe, they strongly consider bringing Jarvis Landry back in. Those are the 3 teams there that have gone down. Swiss Kneecap says, Chiefs here for your question, Braden. I see that as a real possibility. And then Burger Sports here says, weird question, but what do you think about K'Wan Williams to the Broncos? So I didn't see, did that actually happen? Because I missed that if it did. Let me see. Did that actually go down? Did he sign with the Broncos? Because if he did, I just, quite frankly, didn't see that. I would be a little bit behind on that because, every once in a while I'm going to miss one little thing here or there. That's not a big signing if that actually did go down. Okay, they did sign him. Slot cornerback, 2-year contract. So it's pretty good. I mean, the Broncos, we've talked about this, Burger, in a few of our live streams in the past and everything about, the slot cornerback spot. Because, they have Ojemudia now, who I think is going to be solid and steady for them, but probably is just a little young yet to take that spot full time. So the fact that Bryce Callahan's out in free agency, you get a guy who's a veteran to come in, play. You're going to trust him. Probably a relatively cheap deal. I haven't seen the actual terms, but my guess is it's relatively cheap, probably like 3 years, $3 million a year or so. So looking at that, I think that it ultimately makes a ton of sense to actually bring him in. It's not going to absolutely shape the AFC West or anything like that. But having another body in there is actually really important a lot of the time. So I do like that. Ian Farr here ranks the AFC West. He says Chargers, Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos. Wow. So 2 year, $7 million. Okay. I was guessing it was like 3 to 3.5 is what I was guessing for him. So right around the market price, what I thought it would have been for him. So pretty good there. I'm going to go ahead here and ask you guys, I want to see your AFC West rankings here because Ian Farr put in his right here. So go ahead, show me your AFC West rankings. Tyreek Hill, of course, was traded to the Miami Dolphins, so that's absolutely insane. You can't believe a first-round pick. Go ahead and comment your AFC West rankings right now. Put those in the comment section. Let me see your thoughts. Put them in there. Let's go ahead and see. I'm going to stay live here for another 3-4 minutes probably. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the live stream up to this point. Make sure to go check out our other videos after today's live stream does end as well. Again, hopefully you guys are enjoying. Absolutely crazy here that we had a huge Tyreek Hill trade. Just absolutely love that. Love the fact that, you know, just crazy. I did not expect to wake up this morning with news that Tyreek Hill was going to be traded, but nevertheless, here I am, and he was traded. So you never really know what's going to happen in the NFL or the world of sports. Stuff just comes at you really quick. So again, pretty crazy, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed the live stream up to this point. And let's see those AFC West rankings. No one has commented any yet. Let's go back to Ian's quick. It says Chargers, Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos. So, again, pretty interesting. He has the Chargers one, which is intriguing to me. I mean, Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa, that's a scary duo. So I do understand why. Chiefs, he's got 2. It's hard to bet against Mahomes, though. I'm going to say that. Raiders and Broncos, 2 really good teams as well. Burger Sports says Broncos and Chargers because they're the only team with a decent fan base in the AFC West. Wow, you're saying the Chargers have a decent fan base, the team that plays 17 road games a year because they don't sell home tickets. Interesting. Chargers fans are passionate, don't get me wrong, but they're very few and far between. So, okay, and I see what you're saying here, not size-wise, but personality-wise, Chargers barely have any. True. Yeah, right. That's the thing. They do have very passionate and good fans when there are fans of them. There's just very few fans of them. But again, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the news. Of course, the big deal here, Dolphins trade for wide receiver Tyreek Hill, 6-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro, and they give up a first-round pick this year, second-round pick this year, which is pick 50, 2 fourth-round picks in total, one this year, one next year, and a 6th-round pick in 2023. Again, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. We would love to have you guys be a part of what we do here at Utility Sports, and we'll catch you in the very next Utility Sports video. Go check out our other content on the channel. And until next time, take it easy, guys.